In this episode, I try to read out several TK50 tapes and I try to save the data in a different location. Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode, and in this episode I want to back up some TK50 tapes. You can see 7 tapes here in front of me, and I want to back up some of the tapes, or maybe all of these tapes. The 4 tapes on the right, these are my tapes. You saw these tapes maybe on the my tape video, and also the tape on the top. This is the tape from the intro, but this is also my test tape, and I know that the tape on the top is working, and I will do test the backup or the procedure with that tape here on top first. And because there's a bit of sometimes a problem with TK50 tapes. They are quite old, from the mid-80s to the mid-90s, and after a long time the magnetic coating maybe is broken on the tapes. There's also a possibility to bake the tapes with a higher temperature, I think 60-70 degrees Celsius in an oven for several hours, and some think these heal the coating, but I do not have a suitable oven for that, so I cannot do this baking procedure, and I hope that it's possible to read out all the tapes without this baking procedure. And here on the left there are 3 more tapes, and they are the other way around, so you can't see what's written on it because these tapes are not my tapes. Someone lent these tapes to me, and I was asked if it's possible to read out these tapes for someone, and I won't show you the label, and I won't show you the content of these tapes in that video because maybe the information is confidential or not for the public. So you won't see what's on it, but you will see the procedure to read out all the tapes. And I have a running DEC 4200 at the moment with a working TK50 tape drive, and first I will try out to read out the tapes with that tape drive. If the tape drive will fail, I have also a TF85, but for that purpose I have to bring the DEC 4300 up and running, because this is a DSSI tape drive and I need the VEX with more than one DSSI slot. So first let's go into OpenVMS and do some pre-checks before I will try to read out the first tape. And the first tape I will read out is the tape here on the top, is my test tape. This is now the OpenVMS console of the VEX 4200, and when we enter show devices with the page qualifier, you will see the devices here. The DIA3 is the system drive, and that's the only hard drive in the system at the moment because there's only space for one hard drive. And then MUA0, this is the TK50. There's also MK200, this is TZ88, but the TZ88 cannot read TK50 tapes though. And let's show some details of the hard drive, because I do not know if there is enough space for the tapes. And we can see 3 blocks, 58,000, which is about 100 megabyte. So this is not enough space for all tapes, so I have to read out the tape, then copy the information from the server, then delete the restoring process and do it after every tape. So I have to do it tape by tape. Then let's create a folder for the backup, and I will create the folder here in the base or root directory, and let's call it tape temp, and there should be the folder tape temp. this folder is empty. So let's take the tab here from the top and bring it to the machine. Let's go to the room where the VEX is located. Here is the VEX, and here is the TK50 tape drive. Open the handle. And insert the tape. Close the handle and push the switch. Then it should be loaded. Now let's hear it. Now I think it's loading. Yeah, let's go back to the computer. So let's try it out. Mount $1. What's this? It's $1. Let's check it again. No, it's DBS, so should be MUA 0 should be enough. Mount mu0. So I don't know the label. And wait. So it's mounted, and then let's go to the tape and let's see what's on the tape. So there is the content, and let's copy these files to the hard drive. So copy to $1 $DII3 tape temp. So now all files should be copied to the tape temp folder. And this is a really slow procedure because it's not very fast connection between the tape drive and the Q bus and then to the hard drive. So it will take a while for every tape, but the tape drive is working, so it's reading out all the tapes. And it's finished. So let's go to the folder. And there are the files from the tape. Let's check if how much space now is used. Okay, not a lot. So maybe there is not a lot of space used on the tape. Okay, it's possible to see how much space is used on the tape. Def more MUA0 full. No, we can't see how much space is used on the tape. Yeah, let's dismount the tape. And let's switch to an FTP client to read out the data. Yes, I will use a FileZilla for that purpose, and let's enter the IP address of the machine, and let's use the system account for the access, and then connect to the machine. Yes, that's okay. And yeah, the FTP implementation of OpenVMS for VEX is really slow. So it takes forever until we will see the folders and forever to copy the data. I've made here a test tape folder on that machine, but I think it will take several minutes before we will see the content of the folder, which will be this root folder, I think, after login, but we have to wait until everything is listed on the right side. Yeah, and this is the content of System Manager, and it's possible to enter here on the top just new folder. I think I have to add $1. Yes, and then we are in the folder, and then there are the files, and we can use the files and drag and drop them to the left, and then he will copy the files, which will take also quite a long. It's quite fast. It's not very big. Just 2 megabyte, 1.8 megabyte, and that's the reason why it was so fast. But I don't know how big are the other tapes. So yeah, let's go back to the server, and let's see. There are the files, and then let's delete all files from the server. I have to record versions. This is OpenVMS. Now the folder is empty, and I will repeat that with all the other tapes off camera. Yeah, I've copied some of the tapes to a more modern system, but it was a nightmare. Well, not with my tapes, but it was a nightmare with the foreign tapes. So I was only able to read one of these 3 tapes. The first tape I've put into the device, then the device got stuck after I put the tape into the device, but after I removed after I shut down the system and removed the TK50 tape drive and connected to an external power source, I was able to bring the logic to the point where it reverses the tape itself. Then the second tape was able to read out without any issues, and yeah, then came the third tape, and the third tape stuck again, and I think the first tape, but especially the third tape, were sticky, completely sticky. So I forget to make a photo, but I saw there were parts of the tape where you saw that there were no magnetic coating anymore. So the tapes are way too old, and 2 of them are not readable anymore. But the problem was I wasn't able to reverse the tape when the tape drive also outside. I put the tape drive also out of the chassis, connected to an external power source, and it won't reverse the tape. So I have to disassemble the half of the tape drive and manually rewind the tape. But I thought I broke the tape drive with that procedure, but the tape drive is still working because I've read out my tapes after that, especially these 3 tapes here, these 3 Passworks tapes. 2 of them is Passworks 5.0a, 5.0d, and 4.2, and I've copied the tapes also to modern DLT4 tape. I've copied also one of the foreign tapes to a modern DLT4 tape, but because what I told you in the beginning was wrong. You saw that there were about 50,000 blocks free. This is not 100 megabytes, it's 25 megabyte because block size is 512k. So I had to delete several files from the hard drive while I've copied the first tape onto the hard drive. Fortunately, I have a backup of the hard drive, and it wasn't really necessary files that I've deleted. Now there are around 200,000 free blocks, and this is enough to copy 1 tape on the hard drive. Yeah, but also this tape is also copied, the working one is also copied to a modern DLT4 tape. Yeah, I think there was one reason, another reason these tapes here were written with a Micro X2. I think in the mid-80s. The tapes, they are 10 years older than these tapes. These tapes, Passworks 4.2 is from 1993, and the Passworks 5 versions are from 1996. So these TK50 tapes are 10 years newer than these tapes. This could be also a reason, but I will have a lot of more Passworks tapes. And I will copy all the Passworks tapes to a new tape and also store them on another location so that I have backup copies of all my Passworks tapes. Maybe I will read out all my TK50 tapes and we'll see if there will be also some broken ones. But at the moment I did not find a broken one in my TK50 collection. Yeah, and this is also the end of that video, and I hope you found that video interesting, and you can leave comments down below, and see you in the next episode.